Today the topic is wireless earbud reviews, and I'm going to review the Jabra Elite Active 4. Yep, that's the case. Let's go. Okay, so let's start our Jabra Elite Active 4 review. First, a little bit about the brand. So Jabra is a known brand, especially for video conferencing products. Okay, it's very strong in that space actually. And in the earbud space, they are very well known for sport earbuds. Okay, for sports. So there is a little bit of expectations here. Let's see if they are met. Let's start with our preliminary analysis to the specifications of these. Okay, let's start with the drivers. So first off, they have a single dynamic driver, a 6mm dynamic driver, so a very small dynamic driver. According to the average, they are about 8 to 10 millimeters in single driver setups. So this is a 6mm driver, which means that physically they may have more difficulty in providing a good sound quality, but we'll see. In terms of frequencies, the range is from 20 Hz to 20 kHz in terms of frequency reproduction. So it's the standard coverage of the human hearing spectrum. They are using Bluetooth 5.2, okay, under Bluetooth 5.3, but perfectly fine. Codecs, they use SBC and aptX, okay, so no AAC present. So SBC we already know, it's the basic standard codec present in almost all Bluetooth earbuds, if not all of them. aptX, it was a proprietary codec from Qualcomm, the processor manufacturer, especially on Android devices. But I do think Qualcomm has open sourced both aptX and aptX HD, if I'm not mistaken. So currently aptX is a free codec, okay? And it is better than the SBC codec. So kind of in the same ballpark as AAC, okay? So SBC and aptX. Controls. So this is using a physical button instead of a touch sensor, okay? This is a physical button, okay? Underneath this like silicone cover. The advantage, it works with gloves, and some people do prefer physical push buttons, okay, not me, I do prefer touch. The disadvantage, and this is exactly why I don't like the push buttons, they may hurt your ear by pressing the button. You are pushing the earbud into the ear canal, okay, which is exactly what happens to me. But in your ears, it may be different and it may be perfect. Battery life, 7 hours on the earbuds, which is a little bit above average, which is 6 hours, and 21 hours in the case, that's below average, which is around 25 hours, okay? So I would say those even out to an average result. Charge time, they take about 3 hours for a full charge, okay? They do have fast charging. 10 minutes will give you up to 1 hour of battery life, although this is a little bit below the standard, which is 10 minutes equal to 2 hours of battery life. Okay, this will only get you 1 hour with 10 minutes of charge. Oh, by the way, if you're liking the video, help a guy out. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button, okay? Thanks. Back to the video. They do have USB-C charging only, so no wireless charging present. They also do not have a low latency gaming mode, neither multi-point support, okay? So you can only connect this to a single device at a time. Now on to something that Jabra is very well known for, the IP protection or the IP rating. And in this case, they are supporting IP57, which is way above average, okay? Way above. So the first digit, the 5, means protection against dust, and the second digit, the 7, means this is submergible to around 1 meter. Okay, so basically you can theoretically swim with these as long as you keep above 1 meter of depth. So excellent IP protection on these. Finally, let's talk a little bit about the mono mode, okay? Because the Jabra instructions specifically state that these do support mono mode. They don't. Okay, what they are actually referring to is the ability of single earbud usage, which is something completely different, as I already explained in previous reviews. Okay, so you can use a single earbud while the other one is charging in the case, but you won't get the down mix from the stereo channels, the left and the right, down mix to a single left channel in this case. Okay, so basically you can use the left earbud in this case, but you will lose all the audio information from the right channel. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, this is it for preliminary analysis on the specifications. Let's move on to our proper review. And let's start off with sound quality, which in this case, it's a 7 out of 10. So the best way I have to describe these in terms of sound is competent. When what I was actually expecting was exciting, energetic, especially these being sports earbuds. Okay, don't get me wrong, the sound is good, it's very competent, okay, but it's always slightly muffled, okay, with low clarity, and unfortunately the app EQ doesn't seem to have that much effect when adjusting the levels, which means I can't get these to sound the way I would like. Okay, I don't know if it's the same with all Jabra earbuds, but at least with this one it is. So overall, good competent sound, it lacks luster. Next aspect, comfort. It's a 7 out of 10, okay. It's good, they fit nicely in the ear. You can definitely see that they were concerned about the anatomy here, okay. There was definitely effort put into it. Unfortunately, in my case, they are not that comfortable, okay, because they do go inside the ear a lot, okay. If you can see here, this channel here, it's longer than the traditional or the more common channels in earbuds, okay. It's a little bit longer, which means for some cases, myself included, it will become more uncomfortable, okay. It may not be the same for you, but unfortunately it is for me. Even worse, because it has a physical button, I do suffer from that pressure. When you press it, it will hurt me even more in the inner ear, okay? In terms of grippiness, extremely grippy, okay? You can train with them, you can run with them, you can theoretically even go swim with them, okay? Actually, you can try to side sleep with them because they don't protrude all that much from the ear, given that they go into the inner ear a lot, okay? That's it for comfort. Next up, volume. It's a 7 out of 10, okay. It's fine. I was hoping for more, especially being sports earbuds, okay. I do think, at least in my opinion, that these need a lot more volume, because gyms are very noisy environments, okay, and when your heart is racing, okay, because you are pushing yourself or doing like HIIT cardio or something, you do need that extra volume to maintain the energy flowing. I cannot get that with these, okay. So it's the volume, it's fine for casual listening. On the gym, honestly, I would need a little bit more volume on these, okay? 7 out of 10. Battery life. It's a 6 out of 10, okay? So it's standard, okay? As we already saw in the specification aspect. So 7 hours in the buds, slightly better than 6 hours, which is the average. 21 hours in the case, lower than the 25 hours average. So this means it's an average result overall, 6 out of 10. Next aspect, ANC. It's a 7 out of 10, okay. Again, I was hoping for more, especially given the price on these, okay. These go for above 100 euros, and for me, everything above 100 euros in the earbud department is expensive, okay. That's my own opinion, of course. Above 100 euros, they're expensive earbuds, okay. And so I was hoping for better ANC on these. Again, I do think they are competent, but that's about it, okay? So they do tackle very well small ambient noises, okay? Loud noises are significantly made more comfortable, okay? But they are not that impressive in terms of ANC, at least for me, given that you are able to get the same level of ANC in earbuds half the price. So I was hoping for better. Next aspect, ear tip replacement. It's a 7 out of 10. Okay, so these start off really nicely, okay, because these are round ear tips for the round canal, okay. Unfortunately, as you can see, these have a protrusion here, okay, which locks into place inside these custom-made ear tips from Jabra, okay. So these have a little ridge in there that locks into place into this protrusion over here, okay, and that's what makes it very stable, okay. Unfortunately, regular third party aftermarket ear tips don't have that ridge, so they won't lock into place here, okay, which means that this won't be as secure and will likely fall off, okay. For sports earbuds, that's a bad sign. Another not so good aspect is the fact that these are very shallow ear tips, okay. They are not as deep as the regular ear tips, which again won't be as easy to find as regular sized ear tips, okay. And finally, the case. It's specifically made to only take these shallow ear tips, okay. I have tried this with longer ear tips, regular ear tips, and they won't fit properly in there, unfortunately, okay. So basically it's a 7 out of 10, although they are round ear tips instead of ovals, and that's always a plus. They do have these several issues that don't make it a very good ear tip replacement experience, unfortunately. So 7 out of 10. Next aspect, personalized EQ. This is a 6 out of 10, okay. This, I was expecting a lot more from this, okay. Really basic EQ, 6 presets. It's a 5-band EQ only, but that's not actually the big problem. For me, the bigger problem is that these EQ bands don't have any indication on what I am adjusting for, okay? Usually the Y-axis will have the decibel scale I can use to adjust the gain, either positive dB or negative dB in a given frequency. Here I don't have any indication whatsoever. I don't know how much I am adjusting, I just know that I am going up or down, and that's it. So for me, that's really not a good design at all, okay? And also, the range of those decibel changes that I am able to make don't really reflect that much in the sound signature that these produce. So I cannot alter the standard sound signature all that much, and I certainly cannot make these sound great to my taste, unfortunately. So personalized EQ, kind of a letdown. especially at this price. Okay, these are, again, for me, I consider these expensive earbuds, over 100 euros, and from Jabra I was hoping for a better EQ experience. Next aspect, control usability and range, another 6 out of 10. Okay, unfortunately here the range of the controls is quite good actually. Okay, because they do allow you to control mostly everything without the app. Okay, the problem for me is the usability. For me, this is very bad usability. Okay, for instance, the volume controls, you have to press down and keep pressing down, so it's the hold function that controls the volume, and for me that's the worst function you could ever attribute to volume. Okay, volume for me should be adjusted discretely, so I want to know how many clicks I am providing, so that I know exactly how many steps of volume I'm going down or up. Here you have to press and keep pressing until it goes down 1, 2, or 3 steps, and then you let go after you feel that it arrived at the step you wanted. Okay, that for me is just a bad user experience. Okay, and to make matters worse, imagine that you are going from a very high volume to very low volume. You have to keep pressing this for a very long time until you reach that low volume setting, and in the meantime you are pressing this against your ear canal and hurting yourself. So for me, really not a pleasant experience at all. Another example, you can only control the track using the right earbud and not the left. So I'm used to using the right earbud for volume up and next track, and the left earbud for volume down and previous track. For me, it just makes sense. But here, no, the volume, okay, the up is on the right and the down is on the left, but the track control is double tap to next and triple tap to previous controls, all on the right side. That just doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever. In terms of usability, this for me is really, really bad, unfortunately. So 6 out of 10. Next aspect, high-res codecs. It doesn't have any, so 0 out of 10, only SBC and aptX. Next aspect, multi-point connectivity. It doesn't have it, 0 out of 10, so only one device connected at the same time with these. Next aspect, low latency gaming mode. It doesn't have it, so another 0 out of 10. Next aspect, control customization. Another 0 out of 10. Okay, this one I wasn't expecting at all. So given that this already has terrible usability, in my perspective, of course, I was hoping to at least be able to change that configuration and be able to assign controls to my liking. Nope, you cannot assign anything to this. You have to use it as Jabra intended, and that's it. 0 out of 10, no personalization in the controls whatsoever. Next aspect, fast charging. Yes, it does have fast charging. It's a 6 out of 10 because it is a little bit below standard. So standard is 10 minutes equal to 2 hours of runtime. Here you have 10 minutes equals to 1 hour of runtime only. So 6 out of 10. Next aspect, find my device or find my earbuds. It does have it, and it works pretty nicely actually. So it does support the warning noise from the earbuds. If you have your earbuds connected to your device, you can go to the app and ask the app to put these on beep mode, and they will start beeping so that you can find them like under the pillow or under the sofa or something like that. The only thing I have to say here, and this is not only for Jabra, this is in fact a problem that I have noticed with this kind of warning system in all wireless earbuds that I've tested, is that the warning sound is really low. So I find it really hard to find these with such a low sound. Also, they saved the last known GPS position when these were connected to your mobile device, okay? So pretty good implementation, it works really well, no complaints here in Find My Device, 8 out of 10. Next aspect, in-ear detection, 0 out of 10, it doesn't have it, okay? Another big miss for me. Usually when I'm trying to speak with an instructor or with my training partner, for example, I'm used to taking the earbud off and using the in-ear detection so that it automatically pauses what I'm listening to. Here I have to remember to press the button in order for it to stop. Okay, kind of a bummer. It should have in-ear detection. I don't understand why it doesn't, okay, especially at this price. And it's a very useful feature for sports earbuds, at least in my perspective. And finally, wireless charging, 0 out of 10 again. No wireless charging present, only USB-C. So a lot of features missing from what I consider to be an expensive set of earbuds, okay, sports earbuds. So this is not off to a good start from my perspective. Let's see if it can redeem itself on the microphone evaluation, because Jabra, as we already know, is a very strong presence in the video conferencing scenario, okay? So microphone should be right up their alley. And in this case, the microphone was a 7 out of 10 according to my testing, okay? Please do remember that you can watch those tests in the companion video to this, okay? So what do I have to say about the microphone? Again, it's a competent microphone, okay? But that's it. Basically, that's it. It's a good microphone. It works well on controlled environments, wind and background noise. Even with a little difficulty, we are able to communicate in a comprehensible manner. But I was really hoping for better microphone, especially at this price and especially with Jabra's pedigree in this area, okay? Because currently I can have similarly performing microphones with half the price. That's it. So on to the final score and recommendation. Okay, in terms of listening, the final score for the Jabra Elite 4 Active is a 6.29 out of 10. Very low score, okay? In fact, I think it's the lowest score, or, well, it's one of the lowest for sure, okay? In my rankings. You can, by the way, in the description, you can check out the current rankings for all the earbuds I have already reviewed, okay? But this basically boils down to it's missing a lot of features, missing a lot of them, so a lot of 0s out of 10s. And for what it does it competently, but not that special, okay? Regarding the microphone, we already saw this, 7 out of 10. Regarding the quality-price relationship, as I said earlier, these go for around 120, 130 euros, okay? So expensive earbuds in my perspective. I was able to get these with my own money for 65 euros, okay? So a very good discount here, almost 50%. My final recommendation on these. So the bottom line is these are competent earbuds. They do the basics well, okay, but they don't stand out in any way. And for the price, in my opinion, there are better options. That's it. And that's it. I hope this was useful to you. Please leave your feedback and share your ideas and opinions in the comments. And if you want to stay up to date with the next videos, subscribe to the channel and click that like button. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.